because Nigerians have seen a lot in the hands of those who govern. I must say this. And so, with that atmosphere of cynicism, people tend to believe things. Look, here was a man who was only reacting, who was malicious. And how was he malicious? Look, in the old narrative, when the Chief of Staff received a communication from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and the ONSA, Office of National Security Advisor, also received a letter, dated the same date, separately. One written by the Department of Economic Trade and Investment, one written by the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, inquiring about that. Look, this man, there is this man that is going around meeting with foreign delegations, ambassadors, holding meetings with them, claiming that he's promoting. Clarify the status. Do you know him? And they then attached a so-called letter of appointment to it. That was the first time the Chief of Staff then saw that and said, wait a minute, who is this guy? So immediately, that letter was dated 16th, delivered on the 17th. On the 17th, he petitioned the DGSSS and the Inspector General of Police, stating that this guy is a forger. I never wrote such a letter. This letter is fake. Get him arrested and prosecuted. So the Chief of Staff was indeed the whistleblower. All the people in the chain that I've told you about, none of them none of them saw that this forgery. So it was the Chief of Staff that wrote that letter to the Inspector General of Police, following which the man was arrested and detained for 23 days.
But there are those who will also say...
Just let me land on that. Nigeria didn't know then. The man was detained for 23 days. He didn't complain about being killed then in detention. And when he was to be charged to court, the charge was filed. He said his lawyer was not there, first date. So they gave him a date for his lawyer to come. The second time, his lawyer came. They said that he was ill. The third time, the judge didn't sit. The fourth time, it was the turn of his lawyer to be sick. Until he then went to town and started talking about being killed and all that. Which then made him to say that, I cannot come out, I cannot go to court. Which then led to the bench warrant being issued. The point to note is that this man never mentioned, even in the investigation report, the first time he was arrested, never mentioned anything about 400 million. Never mentioned anything about Gbajabiamila. But it was when he was arraigned, and the Chief of Staff then learned that the man quietly was still parading himself as very quiet, perhaps hoping that this money that had been allocated to him in the budget would just trickle into that account, or some other things will happen. He didn't shout, Nigeria didn't know. It was the Chief of Staff again, the second time, on June 11th, that said, this man that I'm still hearing about, he then did a public disclaimer of the man.
Okay.
And so, in my view, it was in reaction to that, in a very malicious way, that the man then had a press conference and stated all that he had to say and all that.